Have you ever noticed how, like, when you meet someone for the first time, there's this, like, almost this pressure
Yeah,
to make a good first impression?
absolutely.
It doesn't matter if it's just, like, casual or, like, a big professional thing. It's like you just you wanna click, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, you want to make sure you come across well, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so today we're gonna do a deep dive on how to nail those first interactions.
I like it.
Um, we've been looking at this book by Nicholas Boothman called You've Got 90 Seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got all these strategies for making a good first impression.
Interesting.
So we're going to like go through the book and pick out the best tips, the things that are really going to help you connect with people and be memorable for good reasons.
I think that's a great idea because a lot of people, I think, get so caught up in what they're going to say they forget
Right.
that first impressions are about way more than just the words.
Totally. And Boothman really gets that.
Yeah,
It's like your whole presence matters, you know?
absolutely. It's how you carry yourself, the
Yeah.
energy you give off. It
Exactly.
all plays a part.
So let's talk about this 90-second window that Boothman keeps bringing up.
Okay.
What is it about those first 90 seconds that are so important?
So what's really wild is that in that tiny little window, like less than 2 minutes,
Wow.
people are already forming opinions about you.
Really?
Yeah, and they're making judgments. It's like our brains are wired to size people up super fast.
That is crazy, 90 seconds. It's like every little thing counts.
It really does. And you know what's even more interesting is that a huge chunk of that is nonverbal.
You mean like body language and stuff?
Exactly. Like studies show that over 90% of communication, especially in those first impressions,
Wow.
it isn't about the words you're saying at all.
That's mind-blowing. So it's like
Yeah.
even before we speak, our bodies are already talking.
They're sending out signals like crazy and people are picking up on them whether they realize it or not.
So body language is obviously huge, right?
It's the first thing people notice. It's like a visual cue that can either invite someone in or make them want to step back.
So like if you're slouching and not making eye contact,
Yeah, or crossing your arms that kind of sends the message that you're not open or interested.
it's like you're putting up a wall without even realizing it.
Exactly. Now think about the opposite. Someone who stands up straight,
Okay.
shoulders relaxed, arms open, chest out facing you.
They seem much more confident.
Right. And approachable too.
Yeah.
Like they want to engage,
So even if you're nervous inside.
even if you're freaking out.
Yeah.
You got to fake it till you make it, project that confidence through your posture.
It's like you're telling people, hey, I'm open to talking to you.
Exactly. And that makes a huge difference in how they respond to you.
I never thought about it like that.
It's funny how much we communicate without saying a word, right?
Okay, so posture is important, but what about eye contact?
Ah, eye contact. That's the magic ingredient.
Right.
It's all about building trust and connection. And, Boothman has this interesting tip about it.
Okay, I'm listening.
He says you should hold eye contact for a few seconds, just long enough to show you're paying attention. But then look away naturally. You don't want to stare people down.
Right. That would be creepy.
Yeah, but the right amount of eye contact shows you're genuinely interested and present.
It's like you're saying, I see you. I hear you.
Exactly. And that's so powerful in those first few moments.
Okay, so we've got open posture, eye contact, and of course the universal icebreaker.
A smile.
Yes. What is it about smiling that just works?
Well, for starters, it makes you look friendly, approachable, someone people want to talk to.
Makes sense.
But there's also a biological thing happening. When you smile, it triggers endorphins in your brain.
Endorphins, the feel-good chemicals.
Exactly. And guess what? It can do the same for the person you're smiling at.
Wow, so it's like spreading happiness.
Totally. And that shared good feeling, it instantly makes the interaction more positive, more relaxed.
But it's got to be a genuine smile, right?
Oh, absolutely. People can spot a fake smile a mile away.
Yeah.
A real smile. It reaches your eyes, it crinkles them at the corners. It's contagious. It's real.
And it makes a world of difference.
It does. All right, so we've covered some of the basics.
Yeah.
But Boothman has another technique that's a little more subtle.
Oh.
It's called mirroring.
Mirroring.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed how when you're really connecting with someone, you kind of start to match their body language?
Like if they lean in, I lean in.
Yeah. Or if they talk slowly, you might slow down your speech too.
It's like you're subconsciously syncing up.
That's mirroring, and it's a powerful way to build rapport without even saying a word.
So it's not about mimicking exactly.
No, it's more about subtle matching.
Okay.
Like if they have a lot of energy, you might bring up your energy level a bit.
I see.
Or if they're more laid back, you might mirror that calmer vibe.
It's about finding that common ground.
Exactly. And it makes people feel comfortable like you're on the same wavelength.
But too much mirroring could be weird.
Definitely. You don't want to be a copycat. It has to be subtle and natural.
So you're not just reflecting their movements, but also their energy.
Right. It's about creating a sense of harmony and understanding.
Okay, so along with those nonverbal cues, there's also active listening.
Active listening. That's a game changer.
Right.
Because it's not just about hearing what someone's saying. It's about really tuning in.
Like giving them your full attention.
Exactly. Showing that you're present and engaged. And, Boothman has some great tips for this.
Okay, tell me more.
He says use verbal cues like, that's interesting, or tell me more about that.
To show that you're following along.
Yeah, and ask thoughtful follow-up questions based on what they've said.
So you're not just waiting for your turn to speak.
No, you're actively participating in the conversation.
It makes people feel valued.
Absolutely, like their thoughts and opinions matter.
So active listening, it goes beyond just the words.
It's about creating a connection, a real dialogue where both people feel heard.
Now let's talk about energy, because that plays a huge role too, right?
Oh, yeah. Big time. Everyone has their own energy they bring to an interaction.
Like some people just light up a room.
Exactly. And others might bring the energy down a bit. But the point is we're all sending out these vibes and people pick up on them.
So we should aim for positive energy.
Absolutely. Enthusiasm, genuine interest, a little bit of excitement.
Makes you more magnetic.
It does. It draws people in and makes them want to connect with you.
So bringing good energy, it's like a gift you give to the interaction.
I love that. And it's a gift you give to yourself, too.
Okay, now Boothman also mentions communication styles.
Ah, yes. That's getting into the nitty-gritty.
Right.
He talks about how people process information differently. Some are more visual, some are more auditory.
And some are more kinesthetic, right?
Exactly. And understanding those differences can help you connect on a deeper level.
But you can't figure that out in 90 seconds, can you?
Probably not right away.
Right?
But being aware of those different styles can make you more attuned to how people are responding to you.
So like if someone's really visual, you might want to use more hand gestures.
Exactly. Or if they're more auditory, you might focus on the tone of your voice.
It's about being adaptable.
And observant, paying attention to those little cues.
So let's talk about small talk, because that's usually how these interactions start.
The dreaded small talk.
But it's necessary, right?
It's the bridge to deeper conversations.
And Boothman has some good advice on how to make it less painful.
He does. He says start with light, positive topics.
Like what?
Well, he uses this acronym, FORD.
Ford.
Yeah, it stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Dreams.
I like it.
It's a great way to remember some safe starting points for questions.
So instead of just saying, how are you?
Right, which can feel kind of generic. You could ask about their family or what they do for fun.
It shows you're actually interested in them.
Exactly, and it gives them a chance to share something about themselves.
So FORD, it's like a cheat sheet for good small talk.
I like to think of it as a conversation starter kit.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of Boothman's techniques.
I have.
But how about we put it all together, like imagine we're at a networking event.
Okay, I can see it now.
The room's buzzing, people are chatting, and I spot someone I want to talk to.
All right, what do you do?
Well, I remember Boothman's advice,
Good.
and I walk up to them with a genuine smile.
Shoulders relaxed, open posture.
Exactly.
What about it?
I make eye contact, but not too intense.
Just enough to show you're present.
And I'm mirroring their energy a little bit.
Subtly.
Right. And then I start with a question, maybe something from my 4D toolkit.
Like, so what do you do for fun when you're not networking?
Perfect. And I really listen to their answer.
You ask follow-up questions, you make them feel heard.
And all of that, even though it's subtle, it creates a really positive impression.
It does. It goes beyond just the words. It's about the feeling.
They feel comfortable, respected, understood.
And that's what they remember.
Well, even if they don't remember what we talked about.
They'll remember how you made them feel.
And that's what leads to those genuine connections.
It can lead to friendships, collaborations.
Exactly. Those 90 seconds, they're more powerful than we think.
They really are. So what's the big takeaway from Boothman's book?
It's that making a good first impression is about being intentional.
About showing up as the best version of yourself.
Not trying to be someone you're not.
Authenticity is key.
And remember, actions speak louder than words.
Especially in those first 90 seconds.
It's about your body language, your energy,
and your ability to truly listen.
So to wrap up our deep dive,
Yeah.
here are the key things to remember.
Okay, I'm ready.
Be mindful of your body language. Keep it open and inviting.
Smile, genuinely make eye contact.
Mirror their energy subtly, but don't be a copycat.
And listen, actively make them feel like they're the only person in the room.
Because when you make someone feel valued and respected,
In those first 90 seconds.
you open the door to amazing possibilities.
You do. You create a space for genuine connection, and who knows where that might lead.
Now, here's a final thought for you to ponder.
Okay.
How would your life change if you really focused on those nonverbal cues in every interaction?
Hmm. Interesting question.
What new opportunities might open up if you were more aware of the energy you bring?
And if you truly listen to everyone you meet,
It's something to think about.
it's about being present, being intentional, and using those 90 seconds to make a real impact.
Because those first impressions,
They can change everything.
they really can.
It's been great chatting about this.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.